If you struggle with anxiety, you probably have noticed that your mind gives you hell. It constantly tells you stories like horrifying news about the future, how you're always gonna screw up, and sends out warning triggers about how trusting others can leave you broken and hurt. As the result of it, your negative and intrusive thoughts can greatly fuel your anxiety. Instead of protecting you, it almost seems like it's trying to torture you. In this video, I'm going to talk about the biggest cognitive distortion to avoid when dealing with anxiety, which, based on my over a decade of experience of fighting depression and anxiety, is the biggest one that fuels our anxious mind, especially for people who get dysregulated easily. So let's start with the most important message in this video. That is, just because you feel it doesn't make it true. Emotional reasoning, what does it mean? It refers to a thinking process where we believe something to be true based on our emotions and feelings. The problem is that for people who get dysregulated very easily, we tend to take our thoughts too seriously. We tend to believe thoughts just because how we feel, leading to various narratives where we believe that we're defective, we're bad, people are dangerous, and all those scenarios where we may induce negative reactions from the world, hence perpetuating the pattern. I'm going to give you a few examples that involve emotional reasoning. You may wonder why, because our mind is supposed to be our friend. Instead of sending us negative narratives or self-shaming ones to beat us down. But hear this, our nervous system state creates our narrative, creates our thoughts. For people who have a difficult time growing up, who have gone through childhood trauma, who perceive unsafety within ourselves and the world, our nervous system is already dysregulated, and dysregulation fuels anxiety by constantly sending out false alarms and creates intrusive and negative thoughts. It was originally a helpful way during the circumstances, the way we adopted to protect ourselves, to constantly remind us to be cautious, to survive unsafe environments, but now it's no longer helpful. Now it's actually disturbing us in a way of relating to the world, of feeling safe within ourselves. So how to heal? The ultimate goal of healing is to cultivate this ability of separating our narratives, our thoughts, from how we feel, how we identify ourselves. By containing emotions and sensations that was difficult and seeing them as just they are, and then learning to orient toward the environment, toward people that are safe. Because before, we used to orient towards negative things, towards unsafetyness. But when we feel safe gradually within ourselves, we can learn to orient, to trust those slightly more positive and nicer and safer things. And gradually, we can start to realize that, wow, we're not at that trauma times anymore. We're here and now, and we have the resources, and we have the emotional regulation skills. We have nurturing people and relationships to help us to grow and have a more fulfilling life. So ending this video in my favorite quote by Bessel van der Kolk about healing trauma.